Ferrari vs Red Bull. 2024 will be an epic battle between Ferrari and Red Bull. That's my conclusion after the 2024 testing in Bahrain. It's the fight we've been hoping for. Verstappen versus Leclerc and two giant companies battling it out in 24 races this season. Let me explain how I came to this conclusion and what this season will look like. I'm Wimbo. Here's 3 seconds to leave a like. Testing. We all know teams don't show their full hand at testing. Sandbagging is a commonly used term over this period, and Red Bull is already being accused of that. They did their fastest laps on C3 tyres, and Verstappen set his fastest lap on day 3 on used C3 tyres. So that doesn't bode well at first glance, but the Ferrari package does look way easier to drive than last year, and seeing how much has changed on that car, that's pretty hopeful. It could easily have been a case of changing the car 95% and having to need the first 6 races to work out all the niggles a new car can have. The fact that the SF24 looks smooth and both drivers say it's an improvement is great news, as both drivers complained last season about the car being edgy and unpredictable. This explains why both Sainz and Leclerc had plenty of incidents throughout the season. A solid car for Leclerc, especially during qualifying, is something to be excited about, as it almost guarantees him starting from pole plenty of times and then Verstappen having to catch him. Now I can hear you think,
Verstappen has more wins from Leclerc poles than Leclerc has wins.
And that's true, but with a reliable, fast and predictable Ferrari underneath him, the fight will be on. Verstappen won't have it so easy. We've seen how Leclerc pipped Perez in Las Vegas last season, and I can totally picture fights like that in 2024. Obviously Red Bull looked very good too, and the quite unexpected and aggressive upgrades they bolted on their car seemed to have worked. We saw a lot of smiling faces from Max and his engineer GP, but that was on day 1 of testing. On day 3, things look to be closer. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part, but I think the fight between Red Bull and Ferrari is on. 2024 prediction. I expect a lot of pole position for Ferrari drivers, as they still seem to have the ability to fire up their tires quickly. I expect a lot of good hot fights between all 4 of the drivers in the 2 teams. If the RB20 has improved his balance in a way that Checo can handle it better, I expect him to play a bigger part in races. My mouth waters with the idea that pit stop strategy will play a big part in races too, as making a pit stop while losing track position to the other driver of the competitor isn't ideal. All we can do is hope that Ferrari has the same great reliability as Red Bull had in recent years, because I'd hate to see a fight end with Leclerc slowing down and wondering out loud why he's so unlucky. I do think Verstappen, with his clockwork ability to drive steady lap times and his racecraft, will get the better of the Ferrari drivers generally, but a wrongly timed safety car, a below par pit stop, or some minor issues could see Ferrari winning too, as they won't be far off the pace of the Red Bulls. I don't see Verstappen winning 19 races again, as that record will stand for decades. Another thing I'm quite excited about is that the season is 24 races, and during a season anything can happen. The diminishing returns phenomenon could hit Red Bull halfway through the season, where Ferrari might still have something in hand. It's very well possible that McLaren will start as 4th best team and then make a jump again, as they did last season. Aston Martin and Mercedes look to have improved too, so at any time during the season we can see those 3 drivers get in the mix too. All in all, it looks like this season will be a lot better than last season, although I wasn't complaining as a Max fan. Now the wait begins for the official start of the season, and we can see cars go vroom vroom again. Subscribe. Take care now. Doei doei. A special thanks to my channel members. Your help is much appreciated. If you want to support this channel too, click the link down below.